The LAPD under scrutiny this morning after a complaint was filed accusing officers of making racist and other derogatory comments about their colleagues. The alleged remarks secretly recorded. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live in our newsroom with the details. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hey, Frank. Good morning to you. Yeah, all of this according to an explosive LA Times investigation reporting a Los Angeles police officer working in the department's recruitment office recorded dozens and dozens of conversations for the better part of a year. These recordings revealing cops spewing racist, sexist, and homophobic comments. Now, all of this according to a complaint filed with the LAPD and reviewed by the LA Times, detailing roughly 90 recordings made inside the recruiting division, portraying officers and supervisors voicing open discrimination against potential recruits and colleagues based on race, sex, and sexual orientation. These are the same officers tasked with deciding who can join the LAPD. Now, in one conversation, take a look at this. A Latina LAPD officer offered this advice on how to fight African Americans, saying, quote, "You hit black people in the liver. I heard they got weak livers," according to the complaint filed January 5th with the LAPD's Professional Standards Bureau and the Inspector General's office. The same officer allegedly describing a Latina janitor to her colleagues as, quote, wetback. But the complaint is accusing a Sergeant Denny Jong, of leading the prejudicial banter. In one conversation with subordinates about Dodger baseball legend Fernando Valenzuela's death from septic shock, saying, quote, "I know why he died. He ate too many tacos." The complaint also claiming officers reportedly referred to black people as monkeys. The complaining officer, a Latino with 10 years on the job, initially made his written accusations anonymously, but now is handing over dozens of hours of recordings that took place between March and October of last year. When news of this complaint broke, Chief Jim McDonnell at the LAPD removed a lieutenant, a sergeant, and 4 officers from the unit, saying he was deeply disappointed by these reports. Now, a scandal in the LAPD's recruiting office couldn't come at a worse time. The LAPD is struggling to recruit new officers, with more than 100 cops expected to leave the force by next year, dropping the department to the lowest amount of officers it's seen in roughly 30 years. We at KTLA have reached out to the LAPD and the mayor's office about this case. We're waiting to hear back from both.
All right. Peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High. And that reporter is probably going to be waiting a very long time to hear back from the chief and whoever else is going to try to explain away what these people are saying behind closed doors. And once again, it is the infamous LAPD, the Los Angeles Police Department, who have been under scrutiny since the 1990s when they severely beat Rodney King. If you remember, Can't We All Just Get Along? Yes, that same LAPD, who has been rumored, documented, to have documented gangs in their police force, like the Warriors and the Bandidos and those racist type of gangs who have known to target black people. And the most damaging thing about this new report is these statements. These officers who are making these statements are in charge of the recruiting department, meaning they have the power to deny or accept certain officers. And this is the true definition of racism, where people in power have a chance to deny others the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And so they said that this one officer, who happens to be Latina, recorded a Latina and also, it looks like, an Asian making very racist, sexist, and homophobic remarks. Now, I hate when they loop them all in together like that. You know, they always want to, just can't be racism. We just can't focus on that. No, we got to focus on sexism and homophobic and all of those things. But we know that what we've been dealing with goes far beyond, all of the new victims of this society. But this gentleman had over 90 recordings, dozens of hours of tapes of these people spewing racist rhetoric. One Latina officer said that, the way you hurt black people is you hit them in the liver. I heard that they got weak livers. Now, I don't know where he got his information from, because black people, black men in general, have been known to be targets of organ harvesting. So evidently our organs are some of the best organs, no pun intended, on the market. Also, in a oxymoronic statement, this same Latina referred to other Latinas as wetbacks. Now, I assume that this person was probably trying to cater or kiss up, to his white superiors, or, whoever was in control of the situation, trying to get into their good graces. But the most damaging comments came from this guy right here. And this is Sergeant Danny John. That's right, Danny John. And you can see from his demeanor or his phenotype, he looks to be an Asian. And the Asian man is going to be talking about another Latino, saying that he met his demise by eating too many tacos. Wow. And he was known to call blacks monkeys. And so here we have an Asian man and a Latino man talking derogatory statements about blacks. And remember, a couple of years ago, people are saying, stop Asian hate. Like, we are walking around hating Asian people, and, black people are always on the cusp, on the front lines for others, like immigration and all of those things. Well, it's clear, from these instances that, the people that we are fighting for really don't like us. As John Arik Clark most eloquently stated, we have no friends. As we see, no white friends, no Asian friends, or no Latino friends. And, it's amazing to me that, we always try to cape for other groups when no groups are caping for us. The chief, he made the statement, he got rid of a lieutenant and sergeant and this person or that person. But trust and believe, that chief knew what was going on. They are acting under his tutelage. And so here's another strike. Here's another example of what we have known, or I've experienced all of my life, about racism in police departments, about targeting in police departments, about ideologies that causes police officers to act differently towards one race rather than another. We just had a case here in Goldsboro, North Carolina, where about 6 or 7 officers slammed a handcuffed black man. And what did they do? Yes, they ruled it justified. Because why? They make the rules up as they go. And the rules don't apply to them, but they definitely apply to other people. But shout out to the brother, the Latino brother, who brought this thing to task and exposed, the police officers. Now, I'm pretty sure that this person is probably going to be ostracized by the other racists in the department, because best believe they didn't get rid of all of the bad apples. And that's what I always say. If there are good policemen out there, then their job, their duty, their mandate is to expose the bad police officers. So here we go again with LA. And I'm pretty sure, this is not foreign to any police station across the nation. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Once again, 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings.